called dimensions of that physical quantity. How it is read, that also you know, right? Any quantity you tell me that can have a dimension that we can write it is very interesting also. Any quantity, for example, you take the case of force. Force is a physical quantity. This is a derived quantity, right? Okay, force is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass into acceleration, right? That is equal to mass into acceleration is equal to velocity by time, because acceleration rate of change of velocity. Change in velocity per unit time is called acceleration. But velocity is displacement by time or rate of change of displacement. So in all way, what we can get, this is mass into velocity. Velocity is displacement by time, the whole divided by time, right? Any fraction divided by number, that means the denominator is multiplied. Everybody knows that. That is, this is equal to mass into displacement divided by time square. Displacement by time square. Displacement time into time is equal to time square. Now we can apply the units of fundamental quantities. Mass is the fundamental quantity. What is that? What is the unit of in dimensions? We had to take mass as capital M. Displacement is the length, therefore that is taken as capital N, and the time is time, that is capital T you will take, right? So when we apply the dimensions of physical quantity, these are the three symbols we had to take for mass, length, and time. So now you write, this is capital M. Displacement is capital L divided by time square, that is equal to T square. Dimensions. Then we'll write in a proper way. Proper way means 1 by T square is equal to T raised to minus 2. ML into 1 by T raised to 2 or T squared. 1 by T squared is equal to T raised to minus 2. So this can be written in a straight way as ML T raised to minus 2. This is the dimensional formula for force. So we have to write in a square bracket. Any dimensional formula is always done in a square bracket. Therefore, dimensional equation of force is equal to capital F. That also within the square bracket. That is equal to, we will write M raised to 1, L raised to 1, T raised to minus 2. This is the dimensional equation of force. This is the dimensional formula of force. What are the dimensions of force? When you are asked, then you can speak. The dimensions of force are but 1 in mass, 1 in length, and 2 in time. Actually, there is no need of taking minus 2 in time, but you can take 2 in time, because in that equation, time appears as a square. If you can speak, if you speak minus 2 in time, then also there is no problem, right? Anyway, it is a square of the time only. This is how the dimensions of a physical quantity is rendered. To write the physical, the dimension of a physical quantity, you must have some idea about the physical quantity. For example, I tell you work done. Yeah, you are asked to write the dimensions of work done. How can you write the dimensions of work done? So if you want to write the dimensions of work done, you must at least have an idea about the work done. What's the definition of work done? When a force is acting on a body, and if the body is moving a certain distance, then force to displacement is called work done. At least the definition you must know it. What is the theoretical condition, how we can establish an expression for work done? W is equal to force into displacement. Displacement most of the time in physics represented by the letter S. Right? So now we can write the dimensions of this force is equal to force. Just now we have seen, what is that? M, L, T raised to minus 2. Already we have M raised to 1, L raised to 1, T raised to minus 2. Into displacement. Displacement is again displacement again L, right? Now the dimensions of L into L is L square. Therefore, M raised to 1, L square, T raised to minus 2. This way, we can write the dimensions of any physical quantity, knowing the idea about the physical quantity, right? Yeah. So from the dimensional formula of the physical quantity, we can write the unit of the physical quantity. That is another advantage. For example, mass is in kg, meter square per second square. Meter square per second square. So kg meter per second square, kg meter square per second square. The unit of the physical quantity can be obtained from the dimensional formula of that physical quantity. Am I correct? And the simplest example I got velocity. That is velocity. Velocity, everybody knows that? That is the displacement. Displacement divided by time. Rate of change of displacement. What are the dimensions of velocity? Displacement is a length. The distance or displacement is a length only. So length is denoted by the unit L. Divided by time is denoted by the letter T. So we get that is equal to L T raised to 1. Not enough. Therefore, this is equal to m raised to 0, L raised to 1, T raised to -1. This is the dimensional formula of velocity. Right? If you write the velocity as an equation, what will do? Velocity is normally represented by small v within bracket, that means square bracket. We will write m raised to 0, L raised to 1, T raised to -1. The unit also can be written because the mass, there is no mass in that. Length is there. Length raised to 1. That means this is length is in meter. That is meter and T raised to -1. That means S raised to -1. Meter per second is the unit of the physical quantity. By the application, by applying a physical quantity in terms of its dimension, we can easily write the unit of that physical quantity in the SI system also. So this is what is called dimension. So many physical quantities I have applied here in the notes. You can find it. All this I am not going to discuss. So this is about dimensions I said, right? Many quantities have been discussed here in the notes. You will find it. You will find as many as physical quantities and dimensions by yourself. Very simple. This is right. There are now we have to discuss types of quantities in terms of dimensions. So in view of dimensions or in terms of dimensions, the what is called the physical quantities are categorized into three, right? Categorized into four. Actually, four it is. One is dimensional constants. Dimensional constants means those constants who have dimensions. Dimensional constants. Next, what is called dimensional variables. Then dimensionless constants and dimensionless variables. Right? So, in terms of dimensions, we can categorize the total number of quantities in terms of their nature. Right? There are dimensional constants there. Dimensional constants are those important constants that have dimensions. For example, universal gravitational constant. Universal gravitational constant, that is universal constant. Means everywhere this constant can be applied. That means everywhere in the universe, the constant has the same value. That is why it is called dimensional. That is why it is called universal constant. So we know the equation of Newton's equation of gravitation. So according to equations of gravitation of Newton, the force acting between two bodies is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So we wrote that F is directly proportional to M1, M2 divided by D square. M1 and M2 are the two masses separated by distance D, right? Then the force acting between these two masses, that is always attractive force only, gravitational force. Force between any two bodies in the universe is called a gravitational force. That is an attractive force. That force is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them, right? This proportionality sign we have to change into equality. We have to multiply with a constant. So in this case, this constant is F is equal to capital G into M1, M2 divided by D square. In this expression, capital G is called gravitational constant, right? This gravitational constant, capital G, is equal to F into D square divided by M1 into M2. M1 into M2. F means force, D means distance, and this M1 and M2 are masses. Therefore, we can write the dimension of this physical quantity also. F is means M, L, T raised to -2. force is equal to ml t raised to minus 2. Remember that. Into d square, again L square. Because d square means distance. The distance is measured in terms of length only, right? Distance is a fundamental quantity. Divided by, see, mass into mass is equal to m square, right? This m and this m cancelled. One m cancelled. This m and this cancelled. Then what is remaining? 1 by m is equal to m raised to minus 1. L into L square is equal to L raised to 3 and T raised to minus 2. So this is the dimensional formula of G. G is a constant actually, but it has a dimension. That is why this constant, the capital G, is called a dimensional constant. There are certain constants as physical quantities, because dimensional constant is a physical quantity only. That has dimension. That is why this constant is called dimensional constant. The same way we have universal gas constant is there. Universal gas constant PV is equal to RT and all. R is called, capital R is called PV is equal to RT. PV is equal to RT, where P is the pressure and V is the volume and T is the temperature of a gas, right? In this case, capital R is called universal gas constant. This also has a dimension. So there are some physical quantities which are constants, famous constants that has dimensions. Therefore, these constants are called a dimensional constant. Even Boltzmann constant also has a dimension. That is also a constant, but that has a dimension, right? Boltzmann constant is there, Planck's constant is there, gravitational constant is there, gas constant is there. These are constants in physics that has a certain value, numerical value, and has a unit, right? Am I correct? This unit also we can write meter cube per second square